Hello everyone, I am Folu Omoni and we're having the third series of Talk to a Teenager, and today we are going to be talking about music and the effect of music in our society. And this afternoon I have a wonderful guest in this place. Her name is Miss Olaomole Kezia. It's really nice to have you on the show.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much
Glad to be here.
for making yourself available.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright. She is a singer. She is a student of the Federal University, Akure. So it's really nice to have her on the show. Can you please address our audience?
Okay, first I must say thank you for this opportunity. It's a rare one, and I'm glad. Thank you for the honor. Also, you said we are talking about music today, and I'm glad to be talking about music because music is what I love. Music is me. I really love music, and I'm glad to be talking about music and sharing my view about music. And I hope that everyone will learn from what we are saying today.
Alright. So, what kind of music do you do?
Okay, actually, I do. We can say music can be classified into classical and non-classical. So I do both, but mostly classical, because my church, I sing mostly in church. Sometimes I sing in church, and what we do the most is classical music. So I love classical music a lot, and also the non-classical, the reggae and all that. I also love all that ones, but mostly I do with classical music.
Okay, she loves classical music. I do classical music too. That's what we do in my church. So I think I know a lot of some things about this kind of songs, and yes, I enjoy it. Do you enjoy the songs? Okay, can you give me an example of a classical song that you love so much?
Most of the classical songs I actually love, they are hymns.
Okay.
Hymns, because hymns actually means a lot. When you are down, there are hymns you can sing. When you are happy, there are hymns for it, like that. Also, it's not like I don't do the contemporary music. I mean, other non-classical music, because I also love other music too. So, but classical being the thing I grew up with. So, an example of classical I can think of right now is Be Glad and Rejoice. That's a hymn. That song is, it's easy to learn. It's a song we sing often, and in church everybody sings Be Glad, Rejoice, and like that. So it's one of the classical music I love.
Okay, so I want to ask, what's spectacular about classical music? Like, what's the feel you get in classical music that makes it so different from contemporary music or or non-classical music?
Okay. Um, I can say classical music is a special kind of music because not everybody can sing it. Everybody can sing it in contemporary music.
Yes.
You can just pick up a worship song and sing. You
And
can pick up hip hop and sing.
Okay.
But when you see classical music, especially those that has to do with notes,
yes,
sight reading, sight singing,
they are very specific.
very very. And you have to, you have to take notes of those notes, the beats,
order,
the count, thank you. So classical music is something that sharpens your brain normally. It sharpens your brain because in the choir there are some songs that we have to sight read before we can sing it. So it makes it to work on yourself in music. So that's
you know the thing I actually knew at the end of the day. I've always been doing classical music, and I feel that okay, when you're doing music, I like this freestyle thing. I like to do my thing. Like
that's the beauty of contemporary.
That's the beauty of contemporary. You can even change the beats. You can change the lyrics. You can do anything you want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the end of the day, I realized that when you are doing when you are doing even other songs, you still need classical music knowledge. Because all of these songs still has timing, still has beats that you follow. Even if you are trying to, you want to do this, you want to swap, you want to do this, you still have to follow the
classical
timing,
rules.
you still have to follow the beats. So even if we say that, we are not really doing classical anymore, we want to do non-classical, we want to do other songs, we still have to follow the rules in classical. That's one of the most beautiful. And there's another thing in classical music. any note you have in Nigeria, you can take it to any part of the world.
And
They are
it's
still
the
going
same.
to sing the same song,
Yes,
the
yes.
same way, because there's a rule. There's a rule everyone is going to follow. Okay, this is how we open the song, this is how we start the song, this is how the song goes. So anywhere you are in the world, people sing it without even getting to know who wrote the song, because there's a beat already. There's something that leads people to learn the song. So I really think that classical music are still one of the best
type of music, really. It is,
music
because
to
even
watch.
if you're an instrumentalist, because I play instruments,
Okay.
and also I've seen people play instruments. You still need the knowledge of classical music, because you can't say you want to play song and you don't know the solfa notations of the song, and that's where classical comes in. You have to transcribe the song before you can even play it at all. There are some song composers, even the non-classical song composers, that what they do is they write down their notations first, then they give lyrics to the song.
I remember the first time I went
to
a studio to do my first music. I was surprised when the guy, we had to start from the basics. We have to start from, are we starting from do, or we are starting from, he had to start looking for that on the keyboard. Okay, said, okay, sing the song. I sang the song. Okay, we started looking for the keys on the. So I was like, okay. So even though I'm doing something I think is contemporary, we're still going back to the basics. So I think classical music is a really wonderful kind of music, and is never going to die. It's never going to go into extinction, because it's the basis for all other kinds of song. So what do you, okay, you were saying something. You said that you are an instrumentalist. That's a plus. All singers should play instruments. It's an added advantage, really. It makes you do more. It makes your work more beautiful, and you can put all the taste, you can spice your songs with being an instrumentalist. So I want to ask you, you play violin. So why are you interested in, or why do you play violin? Why not guitar? Why?
I went for a simpler one, and violin is actually very easy to play. It's easy to play if you devote yourself to it. I mean, if you practice, because practice is something in music, in instruments. If you are learning instrument, you have to practice well. So violin to me was easy, because what you had to do is just to play the notes, just get notes of songs and play it. But for keyboard, you have to learn chords and all that. So I just feel violin is very easy. Although as time went on, my teacher made me to know that I have to know more than one instrument. If I really want to, have that
knowledge.
knowledge. So I have to learn piano, learn guitar, and all that. So I started with piano recently, and the guitar. So, but mainly I'm on violin.
Violin. Okay, so you just picked violin because it looks like it's the simplest of all. Okay, I would have picked violin, but I don't really get this kind of vibe that I would prefer guitar.
Okay.
I've always been saying this over time. When people ask me, they say, where's your instrument? I don't want to learn violin. I want to learn guitar. I love guitar. I love I just love the vibe of, I guess. But violin, but I don't know whether violin is easy or not. I think it's going to be easy, because all you need to do is just like
really, just the how should I put it now? The action and all that is easy.
Okay.
But for you to be able to play a song successfully, you have to transcribe. If it is from sound, what you're hearing, you must know how to train your ears and transcribe. And if it is also classical music, that's your stave so far, you must also know that. So that's just the only thing.
It's looking like it's not really a simple job. Anything classical, anything classical, I've always known that it's a serious job. But at the end of the day, where you get it, you love it.
Becomes part of you.
Yes, and you are even proud that I know this kind of things. And when you get to some places, when they know that this girl sings classical, they're like, there's this special respect for people that sing classical music and play instruments too. So I'm really, I love that. Well done. So I want to ask, who is your best artist, or which celebrity musician do you love most?
Personally, growing up, in a Christian home and like that, loving the Christian music, I would prefer Jamaica. Love every other ones. After Jamaica, then I can go for Nathaniel Bass is also one person I look at. He also plays instrument, plays trumpet. So I love Nathaniel Bass's songs really, because that sound of trumpets alone makes it gives you this kind of inspiration and excitement. Like that's Nathaniel Bass's trumpet, and the worship he sings also.
It's powerful.
It inspires and like.
So we are picking one. We want to pick between J Mike and Nathaniel Bass. Who are we going to go for?
Normally I'll go for Jamaica, but I'll say what they do is actually different. They do different things, so I can't say that this is the best.
And I'm not saying that. No. You don't say that somebody is better than another person in music, because especially when they do different things. And then there are a lot of ways. There are a lot of measures to how like now to grading artists. Like, okay, how does he do this? How do what you are best at, I might not be good at it. You understand? The way there are some part of music, there's a way I could do my music that everybody will say, this person is good at this. So we cannot say that this artist is better than this artist, or this minister is better than this minister. All of them are unique in what they do. Yes. So what I'm saying is that the person that you like most is not the person that you think is the best.
I'll pick Jamaica.
Okay. So what does it do that makes you like him more or prefer him more than the rest of the?
To me, his songs have helped me a lot.
Okay. Spiritually, physically, emotionally. I want you to.
Let me put. I can say his songs have helped me in every area, spiritually, physically, because the message that comes out from
each of the songs.
You apply it to your spiritual life, you apply it to your physical life, you apply it academically and like that. There's this song he sang and he was talking of who he is. Like, I'm a living testimony, I'm approved for a miracle.
Can you just sing that song, please?
Okay, I'll just sing the chorus.
And tell us, I'm trying to make this as practical as possible, as so that we could understand the concept well, and maybe could also help our lives to the way it affected you.
Okay. So why I would say that song is, from the time I heard it, anytime somebody comes to you suddenly and say, who are you? Like, that's a question of, how should I put it now? Identity. You should be able to know who you are. Since I listened to that song, anybody that comes to me now and asks me, who are you? I'll just sing this song now. The chorus is, I'm a living testimony. I am approved for a miracle. I am the light in the darkness, the voice crying out in the wilderness. I am the temple of the Most High. I am a chosen generation. I am an image of the Father, the soul that was saved from the slaughter. So when I remember those lines, even, I'm reading, maybe I'm studying, and I become weary, like, I didn't want to do this again. But when I remember that who I am, I'm supposed to be a light. So if I fail, I can't be that light. So it makes me want to do more. Even in my spiritual life, you are ought to be doing exploits for God, and suddenly you just feel weary. But when you remember that I'm a living testimony, I'm the light in the darkness, which means that you can't just live your life anyhow. So that song especially has helped me.
Wow, I love that. It's portraying on your identity in Christ, and you taking charge of who you are. Not just a lot of us. Some of us feels that knows that I'm a child of God, I'm this and that, but we haven't arise to taking the challenge of actually making that come to a reality. We know who we are. In our hearts we could say, I'm a child of God. But we still haven't arise to show the world that this is who I am. I'm the light, and in this area I'm the light. I'm really the light in the space. So that song gingers you to arise, and then that's very good. So that's why you prefer him to other singers.
Yes, I would say in that aspect I'm preferring to.
Okay. So is there any other person?
There are actually a lot of people. I listen to a lot of songs, a lot of Christian songs and all that. But right now, those are the two I can really remember that has helped me a lot.
Okay, I want you to talk about so another artist who is not who we can say he doesn't do gospel lyrics, like he just do.
Okay, gospel lyrics.
Okay.
I'll pick Simi. Simi's songs, I can say most of her songs that she sings for mother, I've used it a lot for my mom because I love singing for her. Also, then there's this song she sang recently, that's Duduke, and it went viral. People knew she sang it for her baby.
Her baby, okay.
So that's also a common song I like about Simi. Then I can also say people that are not Nigerian, so that also listen to their music. I don't know if you know Enya. Enya's songs are always solemn and classical. That's one of the reasons I like it. It's a very solemn music. Enya, Sia too sings songs. There's this song she sang, Unstoppable. That song is really nice. I'm unstoppable and like that. So, those kind of songs. That's also another person I can talk about that does not sing gospel music. Also, Kobam's Asuko. I don't know if you know him. This visually impaired singer. That man is good. He's just good, and he's one of those that make me, that push me to do more. Because
if a blind man
can sing, he play. I don't know if you've seen him play keyboard. He's very good at what he does, and when if a person like that can achieve much, then who am I? So he motivates me to do more.
So you mentioned some artists now. You said you love some of singing songs that you've come across. You love some other persons that you just mentioned now. So I want to ask, what do you really like about this song? Is it the beats? Is it the lyrics? Is it the charisma?
Yeah.
There's this thing we call charisma when it comes to. It's one of the things that makes a musician, what we think that makes a musician a good one and something like that. So what exactly do you like about their music?
The lyrics, because I don't know. Most people say there are some songs you must not listen to, but when you listen to it, when you see the lyrics of a song and you see that these lyrics actually makes you better.
Okay.
Talking of Simi, I said I love the song that she sang for Mother.
Okay.
This Mama Yo that she sang, she's the angel of my life. She was singing for her mother, and if you see the role that a mother plays in the life of a person, it's not a little role. So that song praises. If most times when I sing that song, it really makes me know that my mom
has really tried.
She tried for me, and she's special. So those kind of songs, and when I was talking about Cobams, there's a song he sang recently, that's with Plenty, and there's a part he sang there. It says, if you see someone that is making it in life, rejoice with them. And if they ask you that what's your own, don't take offense, because everybody have their own time in life. Everything is in season. So the lyrics is actually what I pick the most in songs, not the beat, not the artist.
Okay, now I get you. So if Semi sings a song that has a bad lyrics tomorrow, or maybe the lyrics does not agree with your belief, will you still listen to that song?
I don't think I will, because if the song does not help me in any way, does not define me, does not portray what should be said of me.
Okay. Okay. So now I understand that when it comes to music, you are concerned about the lyrics. What about the beat? The joy that comes with a song with a good beat. You can dance, you can jump up, and this excitement that comes. What about the beat of songs? Don't you like them? Don't you enjoy them?
There are some songs that have good lyrics,
Okay.
and probably the beats might not be okay. Those songs I will listen to them, but they might not be my best, because there's sometimes that you might not just want to listen to the lyrics. You might need something that will lift your spirit, that you can rejoice and dance.
Okay.
So, and there are also some songs that have good beats, good melody, but have bad lyrics.
Okay.
So those kind of songs are a no for me. Because what's the essence of the beat when the song does not even portray a good message? You're not singing to praise someone. You're not singing to praise God. You're singing to bring down someone. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You are singing to how should I put it? You're not singing. Let me just put it that you're not singing to glorify God or humanity.
Okay.
So that's what I can just say.
So I think we are doing a surgical operation on music.
Yeah.
We are trying to separate beats from lyrics. We are trying to see what's more important in the songs we listen to.
Both are actually important, but lyrics
supersedes. Okay. Because for me, in my own opinion, I do not agree that there's a kind of there's a kind of beat, or there's a kind of song that we can say, okay, this kind of songs, so they are only for Christians. This kind of songs, so they are only for this kind of people. In as much as the lyrics portrays Christ, now I'm talking as a Christian now. In as much as the lyrics portray buttresses on salvation, on Christ, on the and
the joy it brings and all that.
the joy it brings, the things associated with Christ. I think that as a Christian, I can listen to those, because some people will say, no, it's hip hop, it's country song.
Hip hop is actually just like you said the other time. You said they are classical, they are non-classical music. So hip hop is just
a kind of music.
Yes.
So even as Christians, you can still enjoy some songs. Despite the kind you can enjoy the beats, you can enjoy the melody of the song. You can still listen to the song and get blessed. My what how would I put it now? One of my best artists around that and those kind of songs is Tai Tripe. Yeah. I love him very much. I love what he does. There's this song Better that he sang. There's a song he sang Better. I love that song so much. I love Kid Franklin too. I like what they do. You enjoy the beat. There's no boring moment. So beats are good, but lyrics are more important. So I want to ask, this question now is general. It's how music affects our society, the kind of influence music has on the present day teenager, youth, even adults, or our society at large. I want to ask, what kind of influence do you think music has on us? And when I'm saying music, now I'm not saying Christian music alone. Okay, I'm saying all the kind of music that we have. What kind of influence do they have on us?
Okay. So first, I must say we should know that music is life. Music is a thing of the soul. Music affects our reasoning, affects our thinking. If this is the kind of music you listen to, it affects the way you behave. If this is the kind of things you put in mind, it affects the way you talk. That's also a thing. It affects the way you talk, the languages you use, the way you carry yourself. That's what I can just say. So when you are a kind of person that listens to things that don't lift you, that don't make you to see that you are more than what anybody can just make take as trash, like people can just use you anyhow. Yeah, that's the word. They can't take advantage of you. So if those are the kind of songs you listen to, like how should I put it now? Songs that make you feel that this is your worth.
Okay.
So
songs like there are some songs now that when you listen to, make sure this is what you hear. Okay, you're a lady. If I can have you, if you would come to me, or if you would be my girl, I'll spoil you with money. I'll spoil you with cars. Yes. I'll spoil you with. I will build house for you. If you could just, and by the time you begin to listen to these songs, they begin to resonate in your mind, and we begin to think that that's our what.
Begin to live towards that.
We begin to limit ourselves to think that, okay, my worth is a car or a money. I'm not saying that money is bad. I'm not saying that a car or a house is bad, but I'm just saying that when we begin to listen to this kind of music that limits us, or that make that begin to that makes this point that our values
just those
is
material
monetary,
things.
or is a okay is being materialistic, or reducing us to materials, and okay, if you can give me this, I can give you this. So we over time, when we begin to listen to kinds of songs like that, taking advantage of people like that becomes easy, becomes
Because we tend to live towards, we make our standard that's, you know what, based on those things that we listen to. Like okay, but if you can't give me this, then I can't
okay,
give you this, and like
okay.
that, things like that. So I feel that's one effect it has on the society. What you listen to makes you who you are, makes you who you are. Then I can also say that your mind also, it actually deals with your mind. Okay, people say that your brain can take a lot of things. Yes, our brain is like a rubber band, it can expand it. But there's also a way that if you occupy your mind with some things, it won't allow some other things to come in.
Like if you put some junks
In your head, it won't give space for reasonable things, because those junks are the things that fill your mind.
Exactly.
You're a student. My dad always gives that example that you're a student, you're meant to be reading, but what you fill your mind with is evil things, bad thoughts. You're a guy, and you fill your head with thoughts about ladies and like that, and it will make you concentrate. So most of the time, that's why I tell people, it's not like it's not good to have a friend or to have somebody you are committed to, but is it the right time? Like, how should I put it now? Your brain, you just have to be careful of what you let into your mind, because once this takes a part of your mind, then
affects the other parts
other
of your
parts.
life.
It won't make other things to come in.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful of junks. Don't let junks, because there are some songs that are junks. They are not
junks.
doing anything to you.
You know, when some people will tell you that, oh, I'm just listening to this song because it has a nice beat, and we are just rocking, we are just enjoying ourselves. And in the process of rocking and enjoying yourself, the languages, the words in this music drops into your brain. And before you know what's going on, it's normalized in your system. You begin to believe that, okay, I need to, if a guy, okay, I can date a guy, and in exchange he will give me money.
And the guy too begins to live his life to gain money.
Yeah,
All
and
he thinks of is money.
Even if he has to get it through fraudulent means, he looks for money, because he believes that, okay, if I'm going to get the hottest girl on campus, I need money. So the solution is money. So the times that were supposed to be spent at studying or doing better jobs that could make a person's life good or meaningful, you spend it hustling,
and the hustle might be illegal.
This kind of legal hustling that that has a lot of consequences, a lot of evil consequences. So we have to be very careful of the kind of music we listen to. You don't just say, oh, I'm just enjoying it. No, it drops something in your mind. A lot of slangs that we say today, they
a lot
all
of
come
songs that
from the songs we listen to.
Most of them even contain content that talks about human organs and all that. Like those things are not even supposed to be registered in your brain as a youth or a teenager.
Exactly.
Because you are still young. Even the Bible says that you should not awaken love while it is young. So you have to, those songs are, okay, fine. Somebody is married now, and he wants to sing for his wife. He can look for songs, that talks about love, sing for his wife and all that. But now there's nobody.
You as a teenager,
you're meant to
you,
who are you
as a young
for?
as a young adult, maybe you are still in school. You need to face studies. You need to face work. You are not yet ready for all of this thing, and then you begin to listen to all of these kind of songs, and then especially some of those love songs, they make you feel like if you are not in love, you are the it's a bad, like you are not complete. Like if there's no opposite sex who is asking you out, or he is trying to show that you are not complete, it makes you feel less than you really are. And the truth is that we are complete without or with anybody. And the best way to be useful to another is when you are complete on your own. So it's very important that we avoid we avoid wrong kind of music, or we are very, very strict with the kind of music we expose ourselves to. I was reading a book, and the author said that she used to teach in a public school before, and in public schools there were a lot of vices, social vices, what the kids, what the teenagers do, and all of that. So later she had to change to a kind of Christian school, a kind of private Christian school, and then she discovered that the same thing that was happening in the, she was excited before that, oh, thank God, now I'm going to a better place. These children, they are all children of God. They are from Christian homes, and so that's going to be less stress on me, and I'm going to be excited. But when she got there, she was disappointed because those teenagers there still live the same kind of life that the people in the formal school lives. So she now said something, and I really support that. She said that they listen to the same kind of music, they watch the same kind of movie, they read the same kind of books, they have the same kind of influence, so their lives will be the same.
Sure.
So the kind of music you listen to affects your life. It influences your life. The kind of stuffs you allow to enter your head, enter your mind, in a way, it will always influence who you end up being. And now let's look at it from this perspective. Now, when you are a Christian, and then there's this worship in church, and and you are doing worship, during the period of worship, you see some people crying. They have nobody beats them. You see some people agonizing. You see some people, they're just keyed into that system, and they are just worshiping with their mind, with their spirit and their soul. It's just a song. So why are people crying? Why is everyone so available, and they are just ready to give their life to Christ? They're just ready to turn around. It's because the song is having an effect on their being, on their mind, not just
that message that the song is passing.
The message is making the song something that could flog somebody to cry and say, I'm sure we understand what I'm trying to say here, because a lot of us would have experienced those kind of things one or twice in our lives. So that means that music is very, very powerful. And if you want a better society, we have to work on the kind of music we allow on our social space, the kind of messages we allow on our social space, the kind of informations we allow on our social space. They are very, very important if we are going to build healthy adults, if we are going to have healthy teenagers in the society. Another thing I want to say is that music is therapeutic.
Yes.
There's some kind of music you listen to that if a sick person listens to a kind of song, they feel lifted. There's a way you listen to music that your faith is built up. There's a way you listen to music that there's joy, there's happiness, there's love. So it's a very useful instrument in the hands of God. It's also a very useful instrument in the hands of the devil. It's also a very useful instrument in our own hands, because we could also create better words for people through the music, through the songs we sing, through the lyrics we give out. And if you are not careful, it could also be an agent of destruction if we give bad lyrics to the world. So thank you so much for being part of this show today. I'm so grateful, and I really, really enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed every series of this, and the violin thing, I think I'm going to take it serious now.
Please
I
do.
need to learn how to play good
It's
instruments.
actually very nice. You won't regret it.
Thank you so much. Dear audience, thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much for, because I know that you've learned one or two things, and you are going to spread the message around. Thank you very much. God bless you. And remember to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.